So the Meta Quest Plus subscription service just dropped. Here are all the details as we know them. It's $7.99 per month and $59.99 per year. This gets you 2 curated games per month, the plan being 1 larger game and 1 hidden gem. So that's 24 games per year for, if you go for the annual sum, $5 per month, so $2.50 per game, which is a great deal. The downside is that you have to have the subscription to access. You can stop the subscription at any time if you pay monthly. Once your pause date hits, you'll no longer have access to the games you claimed through your subscription. As soon as you sign up again, all the games you claimed previously become available. So who's this for? Well, I think this is for newcomers or those who don't have a large library already. For example, I have a ton of games and pretty much everything I want to play right now, so for me it wouldn't be worth it. I also actually own both games for this introductory month, Pixel Ripped 1995 and Pistol Whip. Both bangers, and for a limited time this first month is just $1, so you get both of those for $1. If you don't have them already, that's a steal. I think they're targeting all the new adopters with the Quest 2 price drop and the Quest 3 on its way, in which case this would be a serious deal for somebody in your position and well worth it in my opinion. And if you're worried about them running out of content, well, they have a 500 plus game library as it stands now, with lots more content continually being released. So at $2 per month, they're good for 20 years. The real question is, will there be consistent quality each month? Time will tell, but it's a good start. We also don't know how this affects developers of the games included. It could be good for those whose sales may have dwindled, but it could also be a worse deal for those which get a smaller cut to their usual sales, but this is speculation on the deal. I'm sure they have a choice as a third-party studio. Next up, I think it's worth covering the v55 update, which is currently rolling out to all Quest 2 and Pro users at the moment. You may have it already. This is the big one, the one where they close the gap between current and next gen headsets. I really think it goes somewhat to stopping Quest 2 becoming immediately obsolete with the Quest 3 release. You're looking at the following performance uplifts: up to 26% increase in CPU speed for Quest Pro and Quest 2, up to 19% increase in GPU for Quest 2, up to 11% increase in GPU for Quest Pro. These are higher clock speed gains due to the data collected over its release period on battery usage and thermal efficiency. So the clock speed for Quest 2 is actually beating the Pico 4 speeds now, allowing for a smoother experience and a more responsive UI. It also seems to have solved the air-link issues for most people, where v54 seemed to cause weird lag spikes every 30 seconds to a minute. Mine was completely solved after updating, and it seemed to also increase the clarity in my opinion, though that's not confirmed and maybe just my imagination. If you still having issues with lag spikes, they're in the process of putting out a hotfix for the remaining few. Beyond these performance boosts, which are huge in and of themselves, there are the following quality of life improvements: passcode pattern to unlock your headset. The Messenger app is now available on the headset, allowing messages and audio calls while on your Quest. People who you follow will have an online now indicator. This has been a long time coming. Multi-touch support for zooming in and out, another step toward making direct touch more intuitive. And then you'll see the typical UI changes, both good and bad, we get every update it seems. I don't like the new Explore or Discover section, for example. They seem to have removed the section on the side showing what type of media you're looking at. It makes 360 video more difficult to discover now in my opinion. For Quest Pro we have improved eye tracking, making it more accurate across a broader field of view and during expressions like winking. So this really is a big update and most likely a signal of the final big update we see on the Quest 2. It'll be supported for a long time to come yet, but I don't believe we'll see any more updates with changes as significant as this, beyond UI design. Godspeed Quest 2. Rumours abound for Rockstar Games and VR again. GTA San Andreas? Oh no, the rumour is Manhunt. Apparently a voice actor ended up putting unannounced Rockstar game under their VR section. It was removed when people caught wind. GTA San Andreas has been announced, and we know Rockstar had multiple VR titles in development. The Manhunt rumour was actually floating around last year, but now this gives more credence to that rumour and I feel weird about it. Manhunt was an extremely controversial game at the time and a target for the media condemning extreme video game violence. The last thing VR needs is more negative press, and you know they'll go harder having Manhunt in the immersive, involving setting of VR. But maybe they anticipate that and see it as a marketing opportunity.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
And finally, Bloomberg hit us with another headline to add to the list of bonkers baseless negative hit pieces on VR. I don't need to tell you that Quest sales have actually been a pretty resounding success, but it seems nobody wants to admit that. Anyway, that's a quick roundup of the week's updates. There's a little more concerning the Apple Vision Pro, so I've decided to make a separate video on Mark Zuckerberg's own thoughts coupled with some recent developments, so make sure to subscribe for that one. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the other side.